I was so proud of myself. I had baked a big batch of brownies, 2 Irish spreads, and had just put 2 pans of lemon squares into the oven. And it was barely noon. It had been a long, hot morning, but I was happy. We were going to have lots of treats for our family party. When the timer rang, I pulled the squares out of the oven and did not like what I saw. The squares looked funny, and they even smelled worse. Now, I had not made these very often. In fact, it was my second attempt. I wondered what was wrong. I cut one and asked one of my daughters to taste it. She said it tasted funny, but maybe it would be better when it cooled. I appreciated her kindness, but knew that these squares were not for human consumption. I scraped them out of the pan and started over. That meant making the crust, baking it, and then adding the filling. I realized that as I added these ingredients, I had messed up by using baking soda instead of baking powder. It is never good to mix those two up. And as the new batch is baked, I thought about how I almost gave up. I wondered if we really needed the lemon squares. However, I had decided it was worth starting over. That made me think of so many of my fellow parishioners and others who have had to start over, begin again following the tornado. And because I had just written a story about the 10th anniversary of September 11th, I even thought of those who had to approach life in a whole new way following those horrific acts of terrorism. Now clearly, making a new batch of lemon squares is nothing in comparison to those tragedies. However, the experience did give me a chance to reflect on what it means to begin again. It reminded me of how important it is not to quit and to always hope. The new batches came out beautifully, and I was glad that I had not given up. So if you are challenged in any way, just keep at it and keep hoping. Oh, and always double check your ingredients.